This is a video on 5 tips to move past your comfort zone and really to create the life that you want, and to grow personally and professionally to really, like get to where you want to be. So I have 5 tips and I wrote them down. I'm going to read them to you. And I'm going to explain a little bit about what I mean when I give you the 5 tips. So, first of all, it is a really good idea to take a look at your life and to take full responsibility for what your life currently looks like. So, a few things to take into consideration are: get clear on what you actually want your life to look like. What is important to you? What matters to you? Which core values do you live by or would you want to live by? What do you think is one of your, maybe unconscious motivators for what you think is important in life? Another thing is, others are, doing things, and that's okay unless it's not okay. So, what you need to do is to stop justifying others' actions that don't work out for you. Really learn to speak up effectively, set boundaries, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. And maybe even over time, create a different social circle. Another thing to take into consideration is stop justifying your own actions that aren't in line with what you think is important, how you want your life to look like. It's very easy, and I do this too, to create, these villain stories of other people did things to us, or victim stories like that has all been done to me. And usually we actually do have some hands in there, and we actually helped contributing to that situation. So really what you want to do is accept your life the way it is and then go from there. Then step 2, when you have become honest with yourself and really just have accepted your status quo, then the road is free to make new choices, to take different actions that go with those choices. And then how you want to do that, 3, is implement small changes into your life. We are usually like creatures of habit, right? We already do things a certain way, so we can change little things in our lives that will eventually have big results. And so we all have habits that don't work out for us, and then we can replace those with habits that do actually work out for us in terms of what we want to achieve. And then 4 is organize your life in a way that complements the things that you want your life to look like. So think about your environment. Think about the structures, like where you are around you. And then also what I said about others, boundaries and everything. Others do have influence on our actions. And so you might want to make small changes again, go to a different supermarket, walk a different route, whatever it is that works out for you and ultimately gets you to what you want your life to look like. For example, if you want to have healthier, stronger, better relationships with others, then you can do a couple things. You can watch less drama. You can disconnect from social media once in a while, or from media in general. You can change your algorithms by looking for stuff that actually works out for you in the long run. You can read books on how to create successful relationships. And then this is a good one. You can ask yourself a question. Would you want to hang out with you? Would you trust you? Would you conflict solve or solve conflicts with you? Would you want to do that? And if not, then work on yourself, become the person that you want to hang out with. Um, and then also learn how to express yourself effectively. So that goes both ways, right? When you're more shy or more quiet, learn to use your voice. Your voice is important too. And when you are loud or overbearing, it's okay to listen and to go with the flow for a little bit. But the effective communication is extremely important for relationships and healthy relationships with others. And then my fifth tip that really goes with all of these is give yourself grace. We all want really good things in life, and we sometimes fail, we mess up, and that's okay, we're human. And then when you give yourself grace, when you forgive yourself, when you forgive others, and you move on, it is much easier to get back on track and do the things that you actually want and the things that are important to you. And then, live ultimately a happier and a more fulfilling life. So, those were my 5 tips. I hope you enjoyed them and I hope that they were helpful.